What is up, my ducks and drakes? Welcome to the crawdad, and today I'll be making a shaker cube. These things are so cool and so cute. So it's basically just a cube made out of beads that you put more beads or like other tiny objects into, and then you shake it and it makes a noise, a gasp. But like, I'm recording this, of course, after I made the cube. I'm recording this before I made the cube, obviously. I'm kidding, no. I'm recording this after I made the cube, and I had to stop from making this video for way too long just to keep playing with the cube. Right now I have like a medium-sized one. There's like 3 standard sizes. Of course you could go like above the what is standard large, because you know, you could technically make one bigger than yourself if you really wanted to. I don't know who'd do that. Actually, I want to do that now, but like the 3 standard sizes of shaker cubes in the Kandi community is 1x1, which is each candy square equals 1 side. There's the one I'm making, which has 4 candy squares for each side, and then there's one that is considered the large one, which is 9 candy squares on each side. I'm going to be making the 9-sided one at some point this week, I'm hoping, but for now I just decided to do the small and medium. I did the small off camera, and I'm giving it to my theater teacher as a gift, and the medium I'm keeping for myself because I find it cool. So this takes a lot less and a lot more effort than what you'd think. It's a lot less because making candy squares isn't a lot of work, and then tying them together to make even bigger squares is really nothing that's hard. Nothing here is hard like other cuffs or things to make with candy, but it is extremely repetitive, which is what makes it hard, because you'll be making it, you feel like you went through like 50 squares, you only have like 12 made and you need to make like 40 more. The big cubes need 54 squares and you get tired after like 6. So I give my applause to anyone who's made the giant candy squares, because like, wowie, just this one took me 2 hours. Like I technically started recording this after I started, so I only had to work on 5 sides instead of 6 once it was started, or like 4.5. But making these things and like putting together just to make a 4x4 took me 2 hours. So it's like, if this took me 2 hours, then like, dang. You know? Now, I love this candy fidget so much, and I like making candy fidgets. Like, I consider the rotating cuff a candy fidget just because of how rotating and good it is. I actually made one for my theater teacher because my theater teacher is just one of the best people you'll ever meet, hands down. And I gave one to her, and she absolutely loves it. And she's a big fidgeter. Like, I watch my theater teacher play with pens and paper and sleeves like all the time. Like, if I catch my theater teacher like not doing something with her hands, I'm quite concerned. But going on with what I was originally going to talk about, you know, things like this, the candy fidgets, are really cool, and I wanted to try to invent more. I'm not claiming to have invented the shaker cube. I totally did not. I got it off of a TikTok, and I don't know if they're the one that invented it or not. I don't know the name of the TikToker off the top of my head, and I don't know if I want to pull it up right now. I'll make a video on them later because they inspire me to make so much, and I'll end up recording something that I've gotten inspiration from them because they made a Care Bear candy bag, and I need to replicate that ASAP. I just need more beads first, and so I'll be replicating that, so you'll be able to hear about their TikTok when I get to that. But going on from that, they made the shaker cube, and I want to invent more candy fidgets. The only 3 that I know off the top of my head, at least, are the candy shaker cube, which you see on screen, the candy shaker bracelet, which is just a single cuff, or like a simple cuff with rows of beads coming off. Like, you know how you make an octopi out of beads? You do like the legs from the octopi, except make it like twice as long and put it on a bracelet so that when you shake your arms in excitement or like stim, it makes noise, which definitely has helped me. And then of course the rotating cuff. So those three have been like the main Kandi fidgets that I know of, at least. And I want to try to invent more, like ones with like clickies, ones with like pulleys. I want to do fidgets with the shaker cubes, because yes. Well, not the shaker cubes, with like beads in general. So if anyone has any tips, not tips, but like recommendations of what I can make out of beads for fidgets, please let me know in the comments below. I'd really love to hear them. And sorry, the color on this video is so weird. I accidentally left my bright lamp on while recording, so it made that giant white glare, and I used the filter to correct the light as best as I can, but it looks like almost all of the beads are white and flat, but that's not how my beads are. And I did not know how to make that giant glare from the light go away. And so next time I record these, or any time I record these, I'll make sure that the light is off, because that kind of ruined the whole video. Also, I think it is so under talked about how much string is needed for this project. Like, realistically, the squares don't take a lot of string. But you also need to take off bits and pieces of a whole bunch of string to tie the cube together to make it like one full cube. And so just the scraps of string alone could probably make a couple singles just to tie the thing up, which is kind of insane to me. And additionally, a thing that I didn't think would be a problem that totally was a quote-unquote problem. It wasn't really a problem. It was just more so of a minor, not even minor inconvenience. It was just a surprise how many beads it took to fill up the cube as much as I did. I was like, oh yeah, I should fill up at least half the cube with beads, right? So that way I could, you know, make it sound really nice. But I already used a whole kit of beads, and it's not even full halfway. It's like a fifth way full, which is kind of weird. And so I'm sitting here with my whole Blue's Clues kit of beads inside the cube, which the thing is, the Blue's Clues beads, there wasn't a lot of them, and they were a totally different size and texture and things, and even a different shape-ish, because they're more ovalish than my other beads, like my normal beads. So I'm like, okay, I'll throw them in the cube. And I put the whole kit of beads into the cube, and it's only like a fifth of the way full. I don't know if that's because of how big I made the cube, or just how small the beads are and how many you need to fill them up. But like these these beads are bigger than what you'd usually expect out of a bead, which is like so insane to me. Like, it's so weird. So I'd just like to thank all of you guys for watching. If you look in the description below, you'll find links to all of my pages, including my second YouTube channel, my Etsy shop, where I sell these kinds of beaded things, my channel Discord, where you could chat with other ducks and drakes, and things like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, where I go and I vibe on occasion. So if you like to vibe with me, go ahead and check the links in the description. I would invite you to go on my channel and check out a video entitled The Gift of Fanfiction second annual gift of fanfiction, something like that, where you could submit your own holiday themed fanfic to be read out loud for my Gift of Fanfiction yearly event. So if you'd like to do that, please hit up the old videos. And much like me trying to tie together a shaker cube, do your best.